outfit. Here we come.
You will put some
Here we come. Home playoff game. Who knew?
I bet it's over. It's over Sunday.
We are going to do that. Okay, well, as long as Skip got his Cowboys in, I actually want to talk about a different guy called Mr. Tom Brady, because he found himself trailing the Falcons 24-7 in the third quarter before mounting a comeback. Brady and the Bucs ended up going on a 24-3 run that was capped off by a 46-yard touchdown pass to Antonio Brown. Brady finished the game with 390 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no turnovers. So, Shannon, what % of the credit does Brady deserve for this win?
What % of the blame does he deserve for putting him in this situation? Now, see, I'm not going to let you kill the monster that you created and then play super.
I haven't spoken.
I didn't say your name.
You said me.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
I haven't spoken.
I did not say Skip Bayless. When I want you to speak, I would address you Skip or Skip Bayless.
Okay.
I am not going to let someone write the narrative. They kill the monster that they created and become superhero. That's not how it works. But in this situation, he played as well in the second half as he played poorly in the second half. So he created this situation that he ended up digging them, he and the offense, digging them out of. But I thought, you know what, Skip, to be honest with you, I'll give 50-50 because I thought the first half, the defense didn't get enough stops. And Matt Ryan should have had more points on the board than 17, but the defense bowed their backs in the second half. And what could have gotten out of hand is that they made timely plays. They made just enough plays to allow Brady to, get on this rhythm, and that's what happens when you have the momentum. How much separation can you get when you have the momentum between you and the team? And the Falcons should have known this scenario because they had a 28-3 lead against this guy and wasn't able to create enough separation. But, Skip, I mean, the Bucs had 60 total yards in the first half, 5 first downs, and 4 real possessions. And the difference was they got pressure on Brady in the first half. They didn't get that same amount of pressure in the second half. And when they tried to dial that, whatever pressure that they dialed up, give Bruce Arians, give the OC, Byron Leftwich. Give them credit, Skip, because they made the proper adjustments. Every time they came with a blitz, something quick was coming out. They hit Godwin. They hit Mike Evans. They hit Scotty Turner. AB was there. They always had an answer for whatever the Falcons tried to do in the second half. So I want to give them credit. So if you want Brady to get some credit, I'm going to give him 50% of the credit, 50% of the blame. I'm going to give that same to the defense. But I thought he played well in the second half. 320 yards, 3 touchdowns in the second half, and got them back in the game. So, back in the game. They actually won the game. So, that's where I'm at. 50-50.
Okay. I am here to tell you that in all my years of watching professional football, I have never seen 2 halves back-to-back by the same team like that happened yesterday. At the end of the first half, I was ready to proclaim on this show, sitting in this seat, that no matter their playoff chances, that team didn't belong in the playoffs. And by the end of the second half, I'm now ready to sit here and proclaim in this seat to you, this team could win it all this year.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
The only way they can get past the NFC if somebody upsets New Orleans. They can't beat New Orleans. They can't because Tom Brady can't withstand that pressure. Skip, you saw it twice. What did your eyes tell you? You say you're an eye test guy. What do your eyes tell you when they match up with the Saints?
What my gut tells me is there's one man in sports I do not bet against, and it's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. You talk about Pavarotti at the Sydney Opera House. This was the Mona Lisa in the second half. I have never seen him better. I've never seen any. This guy,
the Falcons?
He just keeps doing it.
The Falcons.
Shannon, they're dead in the water. They're down 17-0, and this man comes out and says, no, I got this, and I'm going to give him 90% of the credit because they were horrendous in the first half. They allowed Yeah, the defense is horrendously bad. The defense allowed Matt Ryan to go 23 of 31 for 235 in the first half. They couldn't stop him. They batted down 2 balls in the end zone at the end of the half, or it would have been 21-0, and it was 17-0. And here came Brady out of halftime. I don't know if he gave a Psycho Tom speech at halftime and said, "That's enough of this, you know what." He came out and said, "Watch this." And he said it to his defense, and he said it to Matt Ryan and the Falcons, and he said it to his offensive line, and he said it to all his receivers, "Watch this." And if we could see the throws he started making, he just starts throwing lasers. And it started to that man, Antonio Brown, who caught the last bomb to win the game, but he throws one right up the chute to Antonio Brown for a quick 20. And then here he goes to Cameron Brate. That's just a gunshot over the middle. And it's like, wait, who's this? Oh, wait a second. This is vintage Tom Brady to Mike Evans over the middle. That almost scored. And then Fournette got the 1 yard. And all of a sudden you say, wait a second, it's 17-7. But what did the defense do? It's hapless. It's hopeless. And Matt Ryan then goes 75 yards in 7 plays to make it 24-7 with 7:34, mid-third quarter. They're down 17 again, and Brady said, "No, I got this." And here he came again, 26 yards to Mike Evans, and then 24 yards to Mike Evans. And then he hits Chris Godwin on a little underneath 4-yard slant for the touchdown, and all of a sudden it's 24-14, and I'm thinking, uh-oh. And then his defense finally starts to get the message. Wait, our guy, our golden god is back. He's turned back into vintage Tom Brady. And would you believe in the second half alone, Tom Brady threw for 320 yards? It's the most yards in a second half this whole football season by any quarterback. It was only second to Mahomes' first half against that defense at Tampa.
But let me ask you a question.
Think about that. He threw for 320 in the second half.
I'm thinking about it. Skip. Really?
My God.
Now hold on. Now I know. Let's just. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to visualize this, and maybe we're talking about a different Atlanta Falcons team. This is not the same Atlanta Falcons team that had a 29-10 lead over the Cowboys and lost that game 40-39. I know this is not the same Falcons team that had a 16-point lead over the Chicago Bears and lost that game after they benched their quarterback and brought Nick Foles in. This is not the same Falcons team that had a 6-point lead with 4 different Falcons team, right?
It was the same Falcons team that held Brady and company to 60 yards in the first half. 60 yards?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Are you kidding? He throws for 320 in the second half.
Wait a minute. You said his. Hold on, wait a minute. Just for a second. Just for me. Just appease me. You said his defense was pathetic in the first half. Yet you just said Tom Brady had 60 yards and 5 first down, and you up here praising him. So was he not pathetic in the first half?
Yeah, I told you they didn't look like a playoff team in the first half.
Okay.
But what is he known for? He's known for second halves. He's known for fourth quarters. He's known for overtimes. He is the comeback king. He is the clutchest player I've ever seen in any sport, and I take it even beyond Michael Jordan because Tom has had so many more chances in big games and big moments than Michael had in his fairly short career.
Well, this is what we saw. We saw the tale of 2 halves. We saw one half where they put pressure on him, and the first half they got pressure. They sacked him. They brought safety. They brought slot blitzes. They brought corner blitzes. They got pressure. They brought gut blitzes. They got him on the ground. But what we see with Tom Brady, and what seems to be the reoccurring theme, is that look at when they've lost, and you look at the teams that beat them. What did they do? The Rams, what did they do? Relentless pressure. Now, if you think Tom Brady could have survived that onslaught,